Welcome back to Cinematic Sarcastic, podcast that talks all things movies and television. I'm Natalie, and I'm your host. On today's episode, we are going to talk about the new drama series Lady in the Lake. This one stars Moses Ingram, Natalie Portman, Brett Gelman. There are a lot of really good actors in this series. Now, I have not seen too many people talking about this one, which is why I really wanted to sit down and do an episode about it. I think it's incredible. There are only 2 episodes out right now, and so I've only really watched those 2, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing the rest of it and seeing where the story goes. I believe that this one is also based off of a book of the same title, but I have not read that one, so I'm going in completely blind and really just seeing where the show takes us. So this story is a bit of a story within a story kind of situation. We have Moses Ingram, who is playing the character Cleo, and she is narrating things for us. She's telling us what's happening, but she's telling us what's happening post-death. So she is dead, and we see that very early on, pretty much within the first 5 minutes of the first episode. We know that she is no longer alive, and it kind of backs us up and shows us kind of the precursor to everything that happens to her. And so we have her character of Cleo really sort of showing us what her life was like. She is working multiple jobs. She is trying to take care of children as a single mother. And this is all taking place, I believe, in 1960s. So, you know, there is still some segregation going on. There is definitely some undercurrents of racism, you know, happening within this story. And then on the other side, we have Natalie Portman, who is playing the character of Maddie Schwartz. She is a married Jewish woman who is sort of struggling with the fact that all she has kind of amounted to is a housewife. When she was younger, she wanted to, you know, get into journalism and do some more to help. And she is finding herself, I think, kind of in this sort of midlife crisis zone where she is realizing that she could do more, that she is capable of more. And so we see her sort of taking steps to do that. And both of these stories are happening sort of underneath a larger picture, or a larger story, if you will, about a man who is sort of taking the lives of, as we see in the first two episodes, he has kidnapped and taken the life of a small child. And we do know that this is the same person who in the story has potentially taken Cleo's life as well, or Moses Ingram's character of Cleo. We don't know exactly how she has met her demise yet, but we do know that there is a connection between her character and Natalie Portman's character, and sort of how they intertwine. You sort of see them in the first couple of episodes passing within a hair's breadth of one another, but never really like coming together and connecting. I have to admit that I wasn't quite sure what to think of this one when I first started it. Again, like I said, I hadn't heard too much going into this one, and so I really wasn't sure what to expect. I think that this is the first Natalie Portman project that I have watched in a while. I haven't really watched, you know, any of her movies where she was in like Thor, Love and Thunder, any of that stuff. I haven't really been very interested in those ones in particular, but I did really enjoy her. I loved her in Annihilation, which is a movie that I have only ever seen and will only ever see one time. That one freaked me out pretty good, but I remember her, you know, always being very great as far as being an actress is concerned. And I think this is probably one of the few projects that I have seen Moses Ingram do where I really feel like she shines here. I am very blown away by her in this one. I am thoroughly enjoying this. Like, I really think that everyone in this project pulled out all the stops. So far, I haven't, you know, spent a single second like scrolling through my phone or not being interested in what's going on. Like, I think that these are very well-rounded characters and they are being portrayed exceptionally well. So even though, you know, those of you out there who have read this book are going to be aware of what is going on, and I am definitely in the dark, I really am looking forward to seeing where this goes and and kind of how the story unfolds. This is one that I would 100% recommend if you are looking for a new drama series to tune into. I think that this one is fantastic and probably one of the better ones that we have seen in a little while. So those are my thoughts on Lady in the Lake. I would love to know what you guys thought if you have seen this one. Subscribe to join the Movie Nerd family, and I hope to see you in the next episode.